What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back for another NFL Week 2 prediction of the 2019 season. Last week I went 10-5-1. Thank you, Kyler Murray, for getting me that one, which means a tie. I really don't like how the NFL does the overtime situation. To me, there's a winner, there's a loser. Let them play it out till somebody wins and somebody loses. Don't be like, oh, okay, you guys are going to tie because y'all have the same, I don't know, equality. They both equal. No, teams are not made equal. One team has to be better. Let them play it out until you weed out the weak team. Period. So 10-5-1 was my week 1 record. That's pretty dang good. You know, only 5 losses and 1 tie. Hey, I'll make the playoffs with that one. You heard me? So week 2, we're starting off with the Bucks and the Panthers. That was probably Jameis Winston was the worst quarterback in the NFL week 1. Worst quarterback whatsoever. Cam Newton wasn't far from him. Okay, so we got 2 of the top 5 worst quarterbacks of week 1. But I like Cam. I think he'll bounce back. I need him to get back to being fun-loving Cam. You know, start giving the balls to the fans again, Cam. Start doing some of those things because there's just no joy coming from you. When I heard his interview after the game, he was so like joyless. Like they took the joy from him. Put the joy back into your football camp and do your thing. So I got the Panthers over the Bucks starting Thursday. Okay, next game is the Seahawks at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was a disappointing to myself week 1. I mean, they were playing the Patriots. The Patriots are really good. They actually surprised me. I didn't think they were going to be that good. At least I didn't think they were going to be good enough to beat Pittsburgh, with Pittsburgh having a drama-free locker room. So with that being said, I got Pittsburgh bouncing back, beating the Seahawks. I like the Seahawks, man. They're good. But Pittsburgh needs this win at home. They need to show their fans, like, hey, we in it for this season. We screwed up the first time. And I feel like Pittsburgh's defense, the new defense that they're running, I feel like that's a recipe for greatness, okay? They're pulling out great things. Once those players really learn their defense, probably about, I give it week 6, week 7, when you're teaching a new group, a new defense, you know, you got to give them time to adjust. You got to give them time to get used to. So week 6 or week 7, this defense is probably going to be a top 10 defense in the league with Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh is, of course, winning that one. Cardinals and Ravens. Man, Lamar Jackson shredded it last week. I mean, week 1. Like, he was so good. I mean, like, there's nothing you can say about him that was wrong about his receivers, that they did wrong. He did great. His receivers did great. Everybody was great on the Ravens team. And the Cardinals, they started off a little slow, which was expected with a rookie quarterback, and then they kind of bounced back in the second half and did what they were supposed to do. I just think that they were playing the Lions, right? Excuse me for that. They were playing the Lions. The Cardinals were last week, week 1. The Ravens are a better defensive team than the Lions are. So if this is going to be a close game, I still think Lamar Jackson will pull it out. And then if the Ravens defense just welcomes Kyler Murray to the NFL by getting a couple sacks and doing those things to kind of disrupt him, or getting a pick or whatever on Kyler Murray, I think the Ravens will still win. So, you know, I got the Ravens taking this one. 49ers and Bengals. 49ers didn't do great. Jimmy Garoppolo didn't do great week 1. The Bengals didn't do great either. So this is really a toss-up. It could go either way, but I got the 49ers just because Jimmy G is a better quarterback than the Bengals quarterback, Andy Dalton. So let's just go Jimmy G on that one. Chargers and Lions. Chargers played great last game, week 1. So I got them just stomping all over the Lions. A team has to go 0-16 this year. Is it going to be the Lions? Well, dang, they can't go 0-16 because they had a tie. Well, it's either going to be the Lions again, or it's going to be the Dolphins. And so either one of those teams, or the Jags too. The Jags might go 0-16 this year. You never really know. So a team is going to do horrible. So, I mean, those are my top 3 worst teams in the NFL this year. So they're not going to get a whole lot of wins. Lions out the door, taking the Chargers. Vikings at Green Bay. This is a game I got started again. Like, I start games that I really, really want to watch. Vikings at Green Bay is a game that I really, really want to watch. Andrew Luck, what? Whoa, he's retired. Let me get that out of my brain. Delete that. Anyways, Aaron Rodgers is what I meant to say. He didn't do so good, but he was playing such better defense probably the #1 defense in the league. So he did okay versus them. And I think he's just going to get back into it, get a little bit better, get a little bit more connection with his receivers. He has a long week because he played on Thursday. So he has 10 games till Sunday. So he has a long time to prep. The Vikings will keep this game close. So you can really go either way with it. I'm just leaning more towards A-Rod because I went against him last week and he said, yo, Rob, don't do that. So, A-Rod, I'm hearing you, bro. I'm not going to do it again. Green Bay, I got you. You're going to beat them. Jags and Texas. Texas need to bounce back. The way they lost to the Saints week 1, kind of Jurassic, but I told y'all the Saints was coming for the NFL this season. So, kind of expected them to lose. Deshaun Watson just gave Drew Brees too much time left on the clock. You know what I'm saying? That was a whole lot of time. And then they had a kicker that had a big leg. So, but I got the Texans over the Jags. The Jags aren't ready. Patriots at Miami. Like I said, some team has to go 0-16, and if Miami is searching for a win, you're not going to get it versus the Patriots. Patriots will run all over them. Plus, the Patriots will have new acquired wide receiver Antonio Brown. That's just going to open things up more for them. So, like I said, I got the Patriots. Bills and Giants. The game was played in New York at the Giants Stadium, so I got the Giants beating the Bills. The Bills came up lucky with beating the Jets last week, week 1, and Le'Veon Bell had a big game. So if Le'Veon Bell had a big game, which he plays the running back position, Saquon Barkley, which is just as decent of a running back as Le'Veon is. Some people might say he's better. Some people might say they're equal, whatever. Some people might even say Le'Veon's better. Whichever way you go, they're not too far from each other, the two running backs. So since the Bills let Le'Veon Bell have a big game, they will let Saquon Barkley have a big game, surely. I got the Giants winning that one. Colts at Titans. The Colts really just haven't established themselves. They haven't really given themselves an identity. T.Y. Hilton got hurt week 1. I don't see them coming into the Titans as good as the Titans played week 1 and beating them. I don't see them going to Tennessee and beating the Titans after how well the Titans did week 1. So I think Mariota and Derrick Henry is going to win that one with that defense that they have over there. Cowboys and Redskins. Redskins came out hot first and second quarter. Third and fourth quarter, they slumped a little bit. Listen to me. If you don't play Adrian Peterson and he's not hurt, what are you thinking, coach? Play Adrian Peterson. I don't care if he's 40. If he's on my team, I'm putting Adrian Peterson in the game. Okay? So I think the Cowboys doesn't have that well of a good run defense because Saquon Barkley torched them. And Saquon Barkley even said he used to watch Adrian Peterson. So you know some of the things that Saquon Barkley does, he got from Peterson. Peterson's a little bit older, but he still has tread on the tires. Give the ball to Peterson, and the Redskins might win. Peterson doesn't play, Cowboys pull this off. So I'm getting the Cowboys because I don't think that the coach will play Peterson. So the Cowboys are going to take that one. Chiefs at Raiders. This is a runaway for the Chiefs. The Raiders did good against the Broncos, but the Broncos aren't a very good team. You know, so Chiefs are going to run away with this. Raiders are not ready. But Raider Nation, don't worry. You guys are going to have a good season, better than last year, but y'all just not ready for y'all not on the Chiefs level yet. Y'all just not. Bears and Broncos. Bears and Broncos. The Bears have that defense, and the Broncos defense looked like crap. Now, the Broncos defense can look great against Trubisky because Trubisky looked horrible week 1. This thing could really go either way, Bears and Broncos. Do I trust the Broncos quarterback enough to pick, and Joe Flacco is the Broncos quarterback. Do I trust the Broncos quarterback enough to pick the Broncos over a top defense like the Bears? Yes, I do. I'm picking the Broncos to beat the Bears. The Bears will have a great season just because of their defensive alone. I think the Broncos defense is going to step up week 2 because how horrible they played week 1, and they're going to make Trubisky work for his points. And you see when they make Trubisky work, what happens to him? He flakes up. So moving on, I got Saints and Rams. This is the game I starred. Another game I starred. This is the game I really want to see. Saints and Rams. Man, I have the Saints. Why? Because they owe the Rams this beating. Saints need to go into LA, the Coliseum, and they need to whoop the mess out of the Rams. Just whoop them. Don't let it come down to a pass interference. Don't let it come down to a late game field goal. Whoop the Rams. Go into their home, take their milk, take their cereal and eat it at their table. That's what the freaking Saints need to do, and they will get it done with Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara and company. They will get it done, so I got the Saints beating the Rams. Eagles at Falcons. Eagles are going to torch the Falcons. I don't even need to say anything about the Falcons. They're just not it anymore. I mean, you know, a couple years ago, not too long ago, they made it to the Super Bowl and was playing Tom Brady, had Tom Brady beat. And then Tom Brady came back and beat them in the Super Bowl. Obviously, the Falcons were a great team. Now they just can't get it right. So I got the Falcons, a can't get it right team, losing to a team that can get it right, and the Eagles. Without injury, the Eagles is a top team in the NFC alone. There's only 3 teams, I believe, in the NFC that's just like unstoppable. The Eagles are one of those teams that are unstoppable, and I don't see the Falcons stopping them. Last but not least, you got the Browns at the Jets. Baker Mayfield, boy, you stunk it up. you stuck it up for real. I had you doing good. You know, I even drafted a couple of players that you throw to on my fantasy team, so I thought you was going to get them some good points. You didn't. You actually threw it to the defense, which is what you're not supposed to do. Baker Mayfield playing quarterback. You got to get the ball in the end zone. Jets had a tough loss to the Bills. Basically, we seen that Le'Veon Bell is all they have on offense. They don't really have a defense. C.J. Mosley got hurt, the Jets. So this is a game that I really don't care about. I really don't want to see it. The Browns are the Browns still. Until they come out and just go for 8-9 wins, you know, again, they have to win at least one game for me to just say, oh, they're not the Browns anymore. Because last week I said, oh, they're not the Browns anymore. They're going to win this game, and then they do me wrong. So I'm going to go with the Jets. And the reason why I'm going with the Jets, I'm kind of a fan of Le'Veon Bell. You know, him coming from Pittsburgh and all that. I kind of fell in love with the way the guy is, who the guy is. So I'm going for the Jets, and I want Le'Veon Bell to get that first win. I'm glad he got back on the field, you know what I'm saying, because he's a great talent. So I'm going for the Jets. The Jets are going to beat the Browns. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share this with your friends because you know they want to see it. Until next week, I'm out.